Hi everyone. Good morning.
Hi Vipul.
Yes, hi. Good morning. All right. Uh, I'll just share my screen so that we can see whatever we have discussed till now and what will be our agenda for this session. Right? So give me a minute. I'm sharing the screen.
Sir,
Yeah.
in Zen portal, I'm not getting the assignments. When we will get the assignments, sir?
Assignments. Still, we have not finished any module, no? Once the module is finished, you guys will be getting the assignments.
Okay, sir.
Till now, don't worry, I'll be giving some questions to you so that you can solve that, right? Like these questions. I told you, right? In the last session, I have given these questions to you. Anybody solve this? Has anybody solved these questions? Yeah. All right. So our next session would be use of control structures and functions. You'll use these data structures to perform various tasks now. So we are going to use the data structure that we have discussed till now, list, set, tuples or tuples and dictionary and sets, right? We are going to use this in order to uh, perform some control structures and functions. I can see I'm not audible. I'm audible, guys, because I've got a message.
Yes, sir, audible.
Okay. All right. All right. So let us start with the today's agenda. What we are going to see. We'll discuss that. So in this session, we are going to discuss, as we have planned, we are going to discuss control structures, and functions. So in that, what would be the agenda? We are going to see the introduction. We are going to see if, else, loop. We are going to see loops, comprehensions, map, filter, and reduce, and summary, right? After comprehensions, let us discuss functions as well, because that is also a very important part. So this will be our agenda, right? So let us start with the introduction. Now, control structures and functions. This is our next module. Name of the next module is control structures and functions. Control structure are the essence of programming, since they help computers do what they do best and automate repetitive tasks intelligently. Suppose you want to print 1 to 10 numbers from 1 to 10. So what you'll do, you can create a list for that and print individual element. But if you just run a for loop for that, for I in range 10, print I. That's all. You're going to get the output from 1 to 10 over there. So it automates the repetitive task intelligently. The most common control structures are if-else statement. for and while loops, that is also used. And specific to Python, these are uh, list and dictionaries are also used for comprehensions. This session will cover all of this. So we are going to see if else, we already have discussed that. If else, then while loops, for loops, list and dictionary comprehensions. This one we are going to discuss. Now, another crucial thing you will learn in this session is to write your own functions. Almost every powerful program, whether a web app or a machine learning algorithm, is basically what is that? It is a set of functions written to perform specific tasks, right? So we are going to discuss that as well. So if you want this as a part of your notes, I'll write down this. Uh, control structures are the essence of programming since they help computers do what they do best, that is automate repetitive tasks intelligently, right? And another crucial thing you will learn in this session is to write your own functions. So almost every powerful program, whether a web app or a machine learning algorithm is basically a set of functions written to perform specific tasks. In this session, we are going to discuss control structure, if-else statement, and we already have discussed this thing, right? Now, you guys will be getting some quizzes or questions as well that you need to solve in between the module, which we are going to discuss, right? Now, let us start. Let us try to learn how to write if-else conditional statements in the in this cell. So all what you have to do is everyone, you have to start writing the code, which I'm going to write. So score is equals to integer of input. I'm taking input from the user, asking user to enter your test score, which is coming out to be, uh, let's say I want to give passing criteria as 40 and distinction criteria as 90. So enter your test score. Suppose if I write 55, I'm not getting anything over there, right? My expectation from this code is, if I write down the code, I should get whether I have passed the exam or I've scored distinction of the exam, distinction in the exam, or whether I have failed the exam or not. This is my expectation. Pass, distinction, and fail. So for this reason, we should use the if-else condition. So the problem statement is passing is for 40, distinction is for 90, and less than 40 would be your fail criteria. So I am interested to pass this criteria for this score. So I'm passing a if condition, score is greater than or equals to distinction, and I'll make some error in the syntax so that you guys will understand the syntax itself from this point, right? So there are some expectation from the if condition that I'm not going to follow. Let's see what happens. Print you are or let's write down you are like this at the top. You have, write down you have earned a distinction. Sorry, distinction spelling is this. Distinction. Distinction. Yeah. Right. And again, one more condition. If score is greater than or equals to passing and score is less than distinction. Distinction. Again, I'm making one error. We'll see that because I'm purposefully making this error in the syntax itself so that you should follow this. You should understand this, right? You have passed. Then third, if the score is less than passing, I'm going to print, sorry, you have failed. You have failed. If I run this, obviously I'm going to get the error. Let's see this. First is after distinction, invalid syntax. Means whenever your if condition line is getting ended or it is getting end, you should use the semicolon over there after each and every line of if or else if condition or for loop. So here they are expecting the indentation. They are expecting the colon, right? And the indentation should be inside that. First mistake. Second, here also you should give colon over there and indentation should be inside, and this is fine. Now if I run this, the test score that I've added is 55. So it says that you have passed. Again, let us run this. Let us add 95 now this time. What is that? You are at the top. You have earned a distinction. So here we are defining two variables, passing and distinction, which we are going to use it over here. If score is less than distinction means 90 or greater than or equals to 40. So 40 to 90. If score is in between 40 to 90, then that is a passing criteria. If score is less than 40, then that is failing criteria, fail. And if score 40 is greater than or equals to distinction, score is greater than or equals to 90, then that is a distinction criteria. I hope this is clear for you. You can try this out. I'll give you some time and then we'll see the next part. All right. So the next is, now let us try using else if and else condition. Here we are using only if, no? So if I write if is equals to, if score is equals to 100, I'm going to print perfect. Else if 90 is less than or equals to score less than 100, print distinction. And else if 65 less than or equals to score less than 90, I'm going to print first class. Else if 40 less than or equals to score less than 65, I'm going to print second class. And last but not the least, else I'm going to print failed. Now the score that we have passed is 95. So it will follow this criteria and you are going to get the distinction. Now there is no any syntax like this. You should not write else if. You don't have, in Python, we don't have anything like this, right? So it should be always else if, elif, right? Now you try this out. Everyone, write down this. All right. Uh, now let us do some new thing. So I am creating a statement now. Statement is equals to the coffee is bad. If bad, so bad is a string, I should write down in quotes. Bad in statement. If bad is there in statement, we are going to see here, write down, or our review should be bad review. And I'm adding one more statement, statement 2. Let's say this phone works great. So if you're bad in statement 2, you are going to print this is not a bad review. So it's a bad review. Now, one more thing from this example, what is that we are understanding? If the condition is true, if my condition is true, then only I'm supposed to expect an output. If my condition is false, so I cannot expect output from if condition. Let's take this. A is equals to 5. If A is less than 7, then I'm going to print A. Here my condition is getting just a minute. 5 is less than 7. It is true. Here my condition is getting satisfied, right? So I'm getting the output. But what if I write this? It is not getting satisfied, right? It is false. So output will not be there, right? So unless and until your output is true, then only you expect the output. If it is false, you should not expect the output from that particular example, right? So this should be very important. Then the next thing is, let us create some integer. Number is equals to integer input. I'm going to write down enter a number. And let's take this space. If number percentage 2 is equals to 0, I'm going to print even. If number percentage 4 is equals to 0, I'm going to print divisible by 4. And else I'm going to print not divisible by 4. And outside of this condition, now you should know one more thing by just having a look at this indentation line. So this if, or this two condition 1 and 2, this is inside this if condition, right? And if I'm coming outside, so this will be a separate condition, right? This two conditions that is inside of the if condition will get will be executed in this if condition, and I'm coming outside of this if condition by pressing a backspace, which is over here. So the line of indentation is very important over here, right? We'll see this thing, what will happen. I'll print odd. Now if number percentage 3 is equals to 0, it will be divisible by 3. Now else I'm going to print not divisible by 3. Now if I run this, it will ask me to add a number. Now let us add a number. Let's say I'm interested to add 15. Now 15. Let us check this condition first. 15 divided by 2, is it 0? Remainder is 0. No. Remainder is 1. Remainder is 1. So this is false. This is true. Uh, uh, this one is print not divisible by 4. So if the number that you added is 15 divided by 2 is equals to 0, this is false. It will go to this condition is false. No, it will directly go to this, jump to this. If this is true, then only it will check these two conditions, right? First point, as we have discussed, if the condition is true, then only it will check this thing, right? So if at all my condition that I'm passing is false, so from nowhere it will go to this loop, right? It will directly skip this. It will go to this else print odd. So it is printing odd first. Now it will check the second condition inside this. Number divided by 3 is equals to 0. Yes. 15 divided by 3 is obviously remainder is 0. Remainder is 0. So this is also true. It will execute this. This is not, it will not go this in the else loop. So it will print odd and divisible by 3. That's what we have, right? Now let us add a number which is divisible by 2 in the first go itself. So let us add 12, suppose. Now 12 is divided by 2, 0. If you divide 12 by 2, what's your remainder? It's perfect 0, right? It's perfectly divisible by 2. So it will print even. Then it will check this condition. If number percentage 4 is equals to 0, it will 12 by 4, it will check. The remainder is 0 or not. Yes, it is 0. So you're getting the output, which is divisible by 4, right? And this is true. So it will not go to else loop. Not divisible by 4, it will not print. So in the output, you should get even and divisible by 4, which you can see over here, right? Now, is this thing clear to you, everyone? Anybody have any questions in this?
No, Vipul. It is clear.
Excellent. Now, if none, print is true, else print is false. So none, no? You're passing none condition. What do you mean by none? Nothing is there. So it is printing false directly. So we have one more keyword, which is none, which is nothing but. If you want to see technical explanation for this, let us use some LLM tools, which you guys will be learning at the end of the session. LLM, this one, like what is happening in the back end of these tools, Gemini, or you can take ChatGPT, or uh, we have several other tools, right? DALI. So what I'll suggest now is, at this point itself, you don't have to do anything else apart from this course. You should practice this, and if time permits, you guys should explore the other side of these inventions. Uh, at the first time itself, in the first go, if you're not able to understand anything related to that, that is totally acceptable. But you should at least try to get familiar with the new terms which are in trend now, in nowadays, which is nothing but your transformers or your attention mechanism, something like that, right? So I'll suggest you guys to do only two things. First is whatever is being discussed in the class, that should be completely done. You should follow your notes, create your notes. Second is the topics which are in trend nowadays. Uh, you need to explore that so that at the end of this course, you guys will be clear with the basic as well as the basics of this latest concepts or advanced concept or the topic which are in trends like this, right? So whenever you guys will be learning this, it will not be totally new for you, right? For example, you guys will you guys are going to learn this transformer. So I don't want you to be naive at that particular time. You should have somewhat understanding 5% or 10% or 15% about the terms that we have in this attention mechanism, right? So if you are doing this thing, following this strategy, you guys will be understanding it at the first go itself. Whenever we are going to learn this, you guys will be clear with that particular concept over there. So there is one channel which is not quite famous, but in upcoming years, this will hit 1 million for sure. His name is Luis Cirano. Uh, you can follow his channel. I'll share the link. First thing is this. And you should only watch the videos as if you're watching some news channel or you're just exploring something new. You should watch this. Second is Stats Quest, which is very famous. Uh, Everybody knows this in machine learning world. So can you say this? These two guys are collaborating each other, collaborating for a webinar kind of thing over here, right? So this is another channel that you should explore by yourself because this will help you out to understand the basic concept very easily. So second channel for you is the Stats Quest with Josh Charmer. So I am sharing this link as well. You can follow this. Right. So at this point itself, you don't have to do anything apart from this course. This is first thing. And second thing, the channel. Just do that. That's all. All right. With this, what we are doing, what we were doing is this thing, no? I'll just take this and paste it over here. And I'll ask Gemini to explain this output. So what is none? It is a special object that represents the absence of a value. When used as a condition in an if statement, none evaluates to false. Therefore, the else block will be executed and the message will false will be printed. Right? So this is what we have for the explanation. It's not that difficult. Even if you're not understanding this, you can skip this part literally. Right? So with that, we'll go to next part of our conditional statement. That is, okay, I'll give you one question as a part of your homework for this, and then we'll go to next part. So the homework is you have to write a code to check if the string in the input string starts with a vowel or not. Vowel or not. So write a code to check if the string in input underscore str starts with vowel or not, and we need to print capital yes or no. For example, I'll give you one example over here. If your input underscore str that you're passing is analytics, let's say, then your output should be printed yes. Your output should print yes. Right? So you can try this out. I'll quickly create new notebook And we'll go to next part, that is loops. Right, new notebook. Okay, it is taking. Before that, can we have a break, small break, 5 minutes? Yes, everyone, just for 5 minutes, that's all. Can we have a break?
Yeah, sure, Vipul.
All right, thank you. Please show the question. Okay, question is, I'll share this, but let's take a break before that. So it's 9:44, no? Let's meet somewhere around 10 o'clock. All right. So looping. So looping is an important part of carrying out operations, whether it is looping over a range of numbers, numbers in an array, items in a list, or keys and values in a dictionary. You must be familiar with the use of loops in Python. Python makes looping much easier as the looping construct resembles the framework of a standard English sentence. Just like your English sentence, uh, your framework will be just like your English sentence. It construct or it resembles the framework of a standard English sentence, making it easier to understand at a glance. You'll notice this yourself as you go through the following code. So for and while we'll discuss first, and then we'll discuss the uh, another thing in this. So let us create a for loop for I in range. Now range is another function that we have. Let's say if I write 10, print I. Oh, sorry. Now, as you know, your indentation starts from 0, right? So by default, it will start from 0. It will end at 10. No, it will not end at 10. It will be always less than this operator, or always less than the number that you are passing. It is exclusive of this operator. Remember this point. So if I want 10, I should write 11. Then only I'll get 10 over there. So for I in range 11, print I will print you the values which are there till 10 over there, right? Now next sentence is for I in range 1 comma 10. If I write this, and then if I write print I, so what is there? Starting from 1. So the first argument is start, second argument is end. First is start, second is end. Now third thing, for I in range 1 comma 10 comma 2, I'm going to print 1. So the first argument is start, second is end, third is known as step size. Your third argument is known as step size. So what do you mean by this step size? It will simply add this value with your number. So starting from 1 plus 2, it is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus 2 is 9. 9 plus 2 is 11. 11 plus 2 is 13, like that. But here you are specifying the end value as 10, so it will not go beyond that, right? It is as simple as this. Now, uh, if I uh, if I want who is doing this indent this annotation? If I want to loop on a string, let's say I'm defining a string, my underscore string is equals to Mary and a little lamb. And if I write for alphabet in my underscore string,
Vibhu,
yeah.
so 1 second, you can explain the range of step size, including that
What is that?
last one
This
in five. Yeah, yeah. Hey, can you explain 1 second to me? I just missed out what you said.
first is starting from 1, right?
Okay.
End. And 2 is your step size. Step size means 1, then it will jump to this value 1 plus 2, that is 3.
Okay.
3 plus 2, that is 5, right? If I write down step size equals to 3, so it will be 1 plus 3, no?
Why it comes 3 plus 2 after that? Because you're getting the 3 last one. Step size is 3. That's why you 3 plus 2. After that, you're adding, right?
Yeah, this is your step size.
Fine, fine. If you had a 1 plus 4 equal to 5, then
Yeah.
after that, you can what you get 5. 5 plus 4 equal to 9. That will be fine, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, fine.
Okay.
Sit.
Then I'm defining my string. Mary had a little lamb. For alphabet in my underscore string, print alphabet. So what will happen? Let's run this. See what is happening is you can write down anything over here. I'm writing alphabet. You can write down I, your name, my name, B, C, D. Anything should be there. That is fine. So for I in my underscore string, let's say if I write I, for I in my underscore string, I'm going to print I. That is also fine. So it will execute one by one like this. It will take one M, then A, then R, then R, then Y, then space, had, HAD, right? A little lamb. Like that it will take. And if you want it in the same line, like this, so there is one thing which is known as separator. SCP is equals to /n, something like that. I'm not able to recall that as of now, but you can use this to get the output in a single line over there. Just a minute. There's one thing which we should use. /n is something which we use to get the output like this separately. In a single line itself, you should write down SCP is equals to, let's say what will happen if I give comma. No, they're not taking that. Hmm. This answer is given by Murali. Yes, you are correct. So end is equals to this space, blank space will give you the output in the same line over there, right? So this is what we have for the looping on a string to get the string alphabets one by one. Now let us go to next part. Now I want to create a pattern like this. This question is widely asked in the interview for a basic to check your basic understanding of Python. So let's discuss that. I want to get this output in the I want to get the pattern in like this in the output. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one. Or let's say, let's reverse this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 1. I want to get this output. Let's see how to do that. Uh, let us define a string is equals to a blank for I in range. Now range, how many lines you are expecting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? So 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So I should write for I in range 0 to 9. Now I'll pass a condition. If I is less than 5, string 1 plus equals to star, this one, print str1. And else if I is greater than 4, string 1 is equals to str1 of this 2 minus 2. And I'm going to print the str1. Now if I run this, okay, str1 is not defined. I should define this as str1. If I print this, whenever your I value is less than 5, it will add this star. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, less than 5, no? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it true? 5 less than 5. This condition is true or false? 5 less than 5.
False.
So it will not execute at the 5th index position, right? At 0th index position, it will start with this star. Then it will add this star value, plus or equals to, no, add this, add star, add star, add star till the 4th index position. It will do that. Else if, then it will exit this loop. It will go to else condition. Else I is greater than 4 means 5. Greater than 4 means 5, 6, 7, 8, right? For I in range 9, it will not take 9. Yes or no? For I in range 0, 9, will it take 9? It will not take 9, no? So till 8th index only it will take. So 5, 6, 7, 8. String 1 is equals to string 1 of this, starting from 0 to minus 2. So minus 2 means it will, this is one fancy way to remove one star. What is there in string 1 now? 5 star, no? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So minus 2 means this is minus 1, this is minus 2. So this only it will print, this one. So 4 star will be there in next iteration. Now, latest value in string 1 would be 4 star. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, string 1 is equals to string 1 of 0 to minus 2. This is minus 1, this is minus 2. So 3 star, then 2 star, then 1 star, right? See. See, this code defines an empty string, string 1. At the beginning, we are defining empty string. Then iterates through the numbers 0 to 8 using a for loop. If I is less than equals to 5, first condition, this is very simple, right? For the current value of I is less than 5, the code enters this block. Inside the block of string 1 is updating by adding a star to the end of string 1, this thing. This updated string 1 is then printed till the 5 star, it will printed. And the updated value, latest value of your string 1 would be 5 star, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if somebody asks you what is the latest value till this time, it is 5 star. Now this is something which is little advanced for you as of now. String 1 is equals to string 1 of this 0 to minus 2. So it will take 0 to minus 2 iteration. What is your minus 2? Means second last element. In this string 1, what is your second last element? This is your second last element. It will take this 4. See, what they are explaining is the current value of I is greater than 4. The code enters this block. Inside the block, string 1 is modified by removing the last 2 characters using string 1. This effectively removes the star that was added in the previous iteration. So in first loop, it will add star. Second loop, else condition, it will remove star. Right? So if somebody asks, if you have this question, why we have not used minus equals to, you can use that over here. Try using minus equals to for this. That is also possible, right? So this is what we have. Now let us see enumerate function. Enumerate. What do you mean by enumerate? Let's see that. So you can use for loop, or I can use enumerate, which works in the same way as your for loop, which works in the same way for your or as your for loop. So let us take that string only, my underscore string, Mary had a little lamb for n comma alphabet in enumerate of my underscore string. I'm going to print alphabet comma n. Alphabet comma n. My underscore string should be there. So n is nothing but the iteration value. Alphabet is nothing but the one by one alphabet only. So wherever there is a number, wherever there is a, it will take one text and iteration for that iteration value. So M0, A1, this 2 space is 5. Again, this space is 9. Like that it will take. So we have 22 characters in this string, right? In print statement, if I don't write n, if I simply write down this, so I'll not get the n value over there. Simply I'll get the string over there one by one. So what does this enumerate will do? Enumerate. Enumerate is same like your looping. What does this enumerate will do? It is same like your loop. So it is a built-in function in Python. After some time, after 30 minutes or in next session, we are going to discuss built-in functions or user-defined function. So at that time, I'll clear this point. What is function? What is built-in function? So if you are not understanding this, don't worry. Built-in means there are certain functions that we have which are already available in Python. Enumerate is one of them. Range is one of them. Print is one of them. Likewise, we have n number of functions which are already available in Python. We just use that, right? So it is built-in function that allows you to iterate over a sequence like a list, tuples, or a string while keeping a track of the index of each item. It returns an iteration of tuples where each tuple contains the index and the corresponding item from the sequence, right? How do you use that? You use like this. So you try this out. I'll give you one more example for enumeration. Write down this. Or let's take one more example. Let's say I want to iterate through a tuple. I'm creating a tuple, x equals to mango, uh, banana, comma, cherry. And if I just write down y equals to enumerate, what I want to do, I want to enumerate the with respect to x. And if I write down y, or okay. Let us take a, for an example, let us take a list is equals to mango, banana, cherry. And if I write down list of enumerate seasons, sorry, x. So I'm getting this. What does it do? Enumerate by default. It will give you, it will throw index as well as output, right? So this function that we have with us enumerate. It returns an enumerate object an iterable must be a sequence and iterator or some other object which support which supports iteration. Right? Suppose you want to start with 1, not 0. So what you can do is after this x, you should write down from where you want to start. Let's say I want to start with 3. So counting will start from 3, 3, 4, 5. Right? So it is just another way for your iteration. Right? Okay, so you guys write down this. After that, we'll see the next part.
Hi Vipul.
Yeah.
I have a doubt in this for.
Yeah.
So using for, uh, we have used for range 0 to 9, right? I have understood that range, why we are using for in range, because in the star example itself, we have given for range 0 comma 9. So, and then we have used if until it comes to 5, it will print 5 star. And then after it is um deducting one by one, and we have got this output. But I don't understand why we are using for in that Mary had a little lamb. Why we are printing that? What loop you are using? I
See,
didn't understand. Ah,
for is connected with my string, no?
yes, people.
Mhm. So
But
for
ah,
we are using to connect this my string, no? For what?
to collect alphabets of that sentence. Ah,
Yeah. Okay,
okay.
you are I mean you think that enumerate should be with my string, and why we are using for like that, no?
In the starting itself, I had this doubt. Before we done the star example, right?
Mm-hmm.
The first thing we have done with this for is above this.
Mm-hmm. Above this.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is what actually, if we use this end is equal to, then we can get the output in single line. That I understood. But why we are using for to print this Mary had a lamb? What we loop we are, um, what is the purpose? I was thinking that, Vipul.
The for will traverse through all the element or for see it's English, no? For
Mm,
I in what my underscore string. What is I?
yes.
One by one there. So if you don't give for, it does not make sense, no? It does not make any meaning.
Okay. Until it travels all the alphabets that it is located in my string, it will print. That is the purpose, right?
Yes, yes.
Am I correct? Okay.
So for is necessary unless until you don't add for, it
Mm,
will not go to the last, no?
okay.
All right. Now let us write down this vowels is equals to blank list for alphabet or for I, for A, for B, for alphabet in minuscule string. If your alphabet in A, E, I, O, U, vowels plus equals to this plus alphabet, we are going to print vowel. Okay, what is happening? Alphabet spelling is wrong. So in your string, which you have defined over here, my underscore string, what is there in that? You have this sentence, right? So wherever there is a vowel or vowel, which is this one, A, E, I, O, U, it will print that. So A, it is printing. Then again you have A, it is going to print that. A, this print. E, this. We have I as well. So I, A, then this, right? So for alphabet in my underscore string, it will check each alphabet by using for loop. It will check each alphabet in the string, means each word or each letter in the string, M-A-R-R-Y, this one till B. And if your alphabet in I, O, U, we are defining this thing, A, E, I, O, U. If your alphabet, means if your letter is in this A, E, I, O, U, the vowels initially it is blank. It will get added, the blank, it will get added with this A, whether it is A or E or I or O or U. It will get added over here like this. So initially it is blank. Once you have this A, E, I, O, U, any letter, it will just add to that blank string. So initially it is added A, then again A, then I, then E, and then A, like that, right? Now, let's create some random numbers. Nums is equals to, I'm adding any random number like this. All underscore even is equals to blank list. All underscore odd is equals to blank list. For number in nums, if your integer of number %2 is equals to 0, all underscore even plus equals to number, else all underscore odd is equals to, sorry, plus equals to, should add no number. So if the number is getting divided, if you divide a number, this number, any number 8, 3 divided by 2, if the remainder is 0, as you know, it is even number. If the remainder is not 0, it is odd number. And last but not the least, you are going to print this. Whatever you have done till now, you are going to print that all events are this plus all underscore even plus, and all odds are plus all underscore odd. So all evens are this and all odds are this. Is alphabet a predefined keyword, sir? No, I explained this. No, alphabet is not predefined. Instead of alphabet, you can write down anything. No, for I in my string, if your I value is this, you can print this I over here. I told this no earlier also. Instead of I, can you write anything? Yes, you can write anything over there. Anything is there. A, A, A. This is also possible. Or let's say if I write down my name, that is also fine. That is just used as a iteration, no? Can you say this? So it's not like you should only use alphabet, you should use anything. A, I, E, anything you can use for your iteration purpose. Right? Now let's come to this. All even is blank list, all odd is blank list. When we exactly use range function in for loop. Range function is to specify the range till what range you want to iterate this. So for I want to iterate this till 1 to 10. So then you should use range function. Don't worry, at in the first go it seems little advanced for you, but don't worry, it is very simple. If you practice this n number of times, it will become very easy. So all even blank list, all odd blank list. We have two blank lists, sorry, blank string. For number in this nums. Now here, instead of number, I can write anything, no? Number A, B, C, anything I can write. So for number in nums, it will pass from 8 to 6. So what is the purpose of this for loop? It will pass from starting to end. 8, 3, 6, 4, one by one it will take and pass. If the integer of that number, you are converting that string into integer. This is string, no, this is not integer. So you're converting that string into integer first. So it will take 8 as a string, but you're converting that integer. So it will take 8. Integer 8 divided by 2. 8 divided by 2. Remainder is 0. Yes, 0. So it will add to all even. That number is added. Then it will take 3. 3 divided by 2 is 0. No, it will go to this. It will add to odd. So 3 and 8 is added. Then 6. 6 divided by 2. Yes, remainder is 0. It will add to even. Then 4. Then 8 is added over here. So likewise it will take. Right? One by one it will take. So anybody have any doubts in this?
Why we are using that plus equal to people?
Plus
I
equals to
confessed. Yes.
add.
In all
It is.
even plus equal to number,
Mhm.
I got little confusion. Why plus equal to? Because here only in the last example.
Yes, yes, I understood that. Can you
Okay.
see this? We, in order to add that, no, we use that. So
It,
in my string, only 8 is there.
okay.
6 I want to add. So I'll use this.
Oh, okay. Near 8 we have to add 6, and near
Yeah.
6 we have to add 4.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I understood.
Plus equals to is used for that. Right? Now I'm creating one inventory, list underscore inventory, apple, comma, banana, comma, potato, let's say, comma, mango, comma, onion, comma, toothpaste, fruits is equals to apple, comma, banana, in that mango. So be careful with the string, right? M, small m and capital M will be different. Orange and strawberry, let's say. Next, vegetables is equals to potato. So P was capital, yes. Onion, onion, cucumber, celery. Okay, so I want to count now. What I want to count? Count of fruits in inventory list. Now this is another example, interesting example. Initially, I'll write down count underscore fruits as a variable as 0 because initially it will start from 0 and I want to add this with 1, no? So here I'll use plus equals to 1. Let's see this. I want to count vegetables as well in inventory list. So count underscore veg is equals to 0. For item in list underscore of underscore inventories, I'm going to print item if item in fruits. I want to count fruits plus equals to 1. Else if item in vegetables, item in vegetables, I want to count page plus equals to 1. Else I'm going to continue this. Now I'm going to print count underscore fruits and I'm going to print count underscore vegetable, that is VEG. Now see, still inventory is not defined. Okay, list of inventories. Let us define it like this. List of. Right, so what you are getting over there? count is 0, vegetable count is 0, fruit count is 0. So for item in list underscore inventory, one by one it will take. Now again, there is no any restriction that you should write only item here. You can write A, you can write B, you can write C, you can write I, anything is allowed over there, right? For item in list underscore inventory, it will take one by one. For each iteration, it will print item. So apple, banana, potato, mango, onion, toothpaste, everything is printed over there, right? Because we are adding this. For item in list underscore inventory, everything should be printed. Now, if item in fruits, so if this item one by one is there in this fruits list, it will print that. So apple, it will take apple, banana, yes. Then mango, yes. Onion, no. Orange, no. Strawberry, no. So 0, 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3. 3 would be there, right? So your count is 3. So if item in fruits, it will count underscore fruits. Initially it is 0. 1 is getting added over there. The moment your list underscore inventory and fruits is matching, it will add 1 to that. So initially count is 0. Banana, banana, yes. Green tick. So 1 is added to 0. Now again, banana, banana, yes. Green tick. 2. 1 plus 1 is 2. And again, third is matching over here. Mango, mango, green tick. 3. So count will be 1 plus 1 plus 1. That is 3. Right? So 3 are there. So it is counted 3. Same goes with vegetable. In this list underscore inventories, in this list, wherever this both string iteration is matching over there, apple, potato, no. Apple, onion, no. Apple, cucumber, no. Apple, celery, no. Then banana, potato, banana, onion, banana, cucumber, banana, celery, no. Potato, 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 yes. Green tick. It will add 1 value to 0. Initially it was 0, no. So 1. Then mango, this, mango, this, mango, this, no. Onion, yes. Onion, potato, no. Onion, onion matches. So 2, because 1 will be added. So count will be 2 over there, right? So that's how your count is getting 2 and 3 over there. So this is what we have. Now, split is something that we already have discussed. How to use that split in your for loop. So let's create one sentence. Is equals to, is Python simpler than R for word in sentence dot split print word. This is getting printed one by one using for loop. Now we have one sentence check. So tweet is equals to beautiful. Okay, let's add hash. Beautiful morning. Hash beautiful hash morning. It is looking good for word in wait dot split. If word dot start or starts with hash, we're going to print word 1 to last. This one. So for word in tweet dot split, again instead of word, I can write on a. That is also allowed. One by one it will take. If it is starting with hash, if it is starting with hash, There's something which we have missed. Word should not be there because it should be a. Yeah. So I want to check the sentence wherever my sentence is starting with hash or wherever my word is starting with hash, I want to print that only. So beautiful is starting with hash, morning is starting with hash. So hash beautiful, hash morning. It, is it starting with hash? No, is not starting with hash. Looking good, also not starting with hash. So you're not getting that. Uh, so here I have introduced one function which is known as starts with. You'll understand that. See, if let's say I'm defining this string and I'm going to check uh, if a dot starts with, is it starting with a, then print a. So colon should be there. So is it starting with a? Yes. So I'm going to get that. If it is starting with b, no, it is not starting with b. So you're not getting the output. Same we have for ends with. So b is equals to aeroplane. Instead of starts with, I'll write on ends with. Ends with. Is it ending with e? Yes. So it will print this. Is it ending with r? No. So you'll not get the output. So starts with and ends with, what it will do. If you write down starts with, it will check the first letter in that string. If you write down ends with, it will check the last letter, right? So same thing we have used over here. If that particular word is starting with hash, then only print this. Otherwise, don't print, right? Is it clear, this one?
Yes, Vipul.
Okay, enough for now. Let's discuss some simple functions or simple thing, right? uh, what we can do is, just a minute. Give me a minute. Okay. Uh, all right. So let us start some basic part, very easy part, so that you'll not feel Python as difficult language. I have doubt in dot split. Okay. What is your question? Dot split.
What if we don't use the dot split, Vipul? What it is splitting actually? Because
Splitting. Okay. We have seen this in the last session, no? Split. Do you remember?
yeah, yeah, I remember, but
Yeah. See, what split will do, it will give you list, string to list. So this is
okay.
a
Yes, in last session, it's added comma to every word, but here for function, it is normally for prints it in a separate word, right? So I don't get why
okay. So
what
see, if I just write down word in split, print word. What this will be? Okay. Print, right? Sentence dot split, what you'll get? You'll get
yes. is comma Python comma simpler. I understood this. It is
Now,
splitting.
now the moment from where you're adding this for word in sentence dot split means for word in this thing, this output, we are skipping that. You should visualize this output. What we'll get if I write sentence dot split. So for word in sentence dot split means this thing is Python simpler than R this.
Oh, okay.
Then I'll print the word. That's what the output is. Indentation error, right? So it will print this one by one. So I'm skipping this thing, and I mean, if I write down this, then you'll understand, right? Is it clear? No, now,
Now clear and Vipul. Now it is clear.
right? So instead of this, I'm writing down in the same sentence itself. So that's what it is, right? Okay, what we were discussing is now let us simplify this. Very easy now. See, uh, if my list is this, if I write for x in list, print x, I'll get the one by one all the elements out there. Then there's one fancy way to do this. See, in Python, there are n number of alternatives to get the same output, right? So if somebody is writing this, other will write this thing, which I'm going to write to get the same output. So what I'll write for x in range of what length of list, right? Length of this list. I'm going to print list of I. Just a minute. Sorry, why I'm writing I? It should be X, no? Okay. So can you see same output two ways? So not even this, you can have n number of alternatives. You explore this. To get the same output, we can write down the code in 50 different ways, right? See, now while loop is not discussed, but I'll give you one more example. Uh, if I just write down this list one more time, I is equals to 0, while I is less than length of list. I'm going to print list of I, and I is equals to I plus 1, right? Third alternative. Next, this is known as comprehension, which we are going to see in the next session, but I'll just give you a disclaimer of that. Print X for X in list. Right? This is another alternative. Is it clear, this part?
Yes, Vipul.
Same for tuple. We can do this thing. Let's say I'll create a tuple and let's see how we can access element one by one. Tuple is equals to tuple comma, banana, comma, cherry. If I write on print or just write on tuple, it will print the output. How do you pass a loop in this? For x in tuple, I'm going to print x. This is one way. Second way is the same thing, range part. This one. For x in range of length of tuple, print tuple of x. And using a while loop, you can also do that. You simply need to replace list with tuple. For I in 0, I is equals to 0, while I is less than length of tuple, print tuple of I is equals to I plus 1. Third way, right? Same goes with set also. Now you guys need to do one thing as part of your activity, in-class activity. Two things you need to do. Create a set. You can create set like this only. And use this 3 methods that we have discussed till now. 3 methods to pass a loop. Which one? Which 3 methods? First was for loop. Second is range length. And third is while. So for, then range length, and while. Right? You can refer this. This you can refer. But I want you guys to create a set and do this operation. Right? Is the question clear for you, everyone? Question is clear? What you need to do is, you need to create a set. Same values you can add. Do this, and do this for set. 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, I'll give you 5 minutes. Do this quickly. All right. I can see a few responses. When we exactly use that is done. Can you show me the traversing using a list comprehension once more? We'll see that. But these three questions are done or not?
Done, Vipul. Actually, I used my own variable. In that, what I did means I gave space like best novel. I've written my own variable best novel. In that, I've given space. So I got syntax error, but I replaced that space with the what underscore, and now I got the output. So
Yeah.
basically, the Python won't take space, right?
Yes. See,
Okay.
we discussed this no earlier. See,
Yeah, we have discussed, but
different
the
rules. You cannot
okay,
add numbers to
okay,
different variable. Variable name should not begin with number. The
okay.
variable. It's not allowed. You try this out. Suppose I'm creating a tuple, same thing, but I'm adding one over here. So variable name should not start with alpha your numbers. You can have number anywhere after that. That is totally allowed. But number should not be at the beginning, right? One thing.
Yes.
Second thing, variable name should not have spaces in between. Suppose tuple one. This is not allowed, right? Instead of that, if you want to connect this, you can use underscore. Underscore is allowed. But if I write hyphen, still it is not allowed to connect to variable, right? So this is also
Yeah.
not allowed. This one. Okay. Now, what we were discussing is set. Set is equals to apple, banana, cherry for x in this set. I'm going to print x. Sorry. Set is this is first. Then second is this, no? This one. Set. Let's create a set. Find the list. This is second. Third, I think, are you guys getting the output for third?
Yes, people, I got.
Okay. Set this length of set, set I. Hmm. So I was expecting the same error because I should not get this. It is not, you cannot access it by index set. So we have to do some modification for this. How you are getting the output, Karthik, for this?
Actually, I used tuple, that curly brackets, not this
Hmm.
brackets.
Hmm. Okay.
So I just used my own set. That's all. I just copied your steps, but here the brackets are differing.
So that is not set, no? Then how you are calling it as set?
Oh,
Is it a set? No.
oh, okay. That was tuple.
Type of tuple. How this is set? This is tuple, no? And if you write down this, that will be your set type of this. It is a set.
Sorry, people. I didn't use that bracket. I used the tuple itself.
So here we can understand that you cannot access set by using a index, right? Uh, it is unordered. Set is unordered. It can appear in different order every time you use them and cannot be referred. Cannot be referred to by index or key. Right? This is what you have for this. Dictionaries also, you can do this. You can use loop in dictionaries. Let's create a dictionary quickly. This dict, or let's say dict is equals to right. This is my dictionary, and if I just write down for x in dict print, so I'm getting the keys only, right? If I want values, so I should write. I want values in one by one, so I should write for x in dict. I'm going to print dict of x. So this is key. These are the values. You can also use values method to return values in a dictionary. For x in dict dot values. I'm going to print x. Or you can also use keys instead of this to get the keys. So anything is fine. Suppose I only want keys in that. So I'm getting keys. One more thing, to in order to loop through both keys and values by using items method, items. So this dict dot items, this is what I'll get, right? This is what we have. Now I have one question, which is it cannot be. While using a range, you have printed list and not set. Is that fine? You have printed list and not set. Okay, where here in set or what?
In the previous question that we discussed, for printing the set.
Okay, okay. No, you should write down set. You are getting the subscript table. It's not subscript table, right? So you'll not get this output as well, right? Nice observation. See, you cannot access set by the index, no? What I mean by this is, let's say I want set of 1. I cannot do this because it is not subscript table. So you cannot do this, right?
Okay, sir.
Nice, nice, good observation. Okay, I think uh, our session is from 9 to 11 for all the theoretical part. Last 30 minutes is strictly allocated to your doubts. So I think we should not go beyond this. We should stop here for the day. Let me check. We have covered till this point, right? This one. Okay. Starts with, okay. Looping, I think it is done. All right. If we have discussed this, no, let us see one last 5-minute discussion because we already have discussed this. So this topic is related to dictionary only. So I'll create one dictionary quickly. Students underscore data is equals to 1 Shivam, Bansal, any random name, comma, 24, comma, 2 is, let's say, we have Udit, comma, 25, 3 is for '26, comma, 4 is for, say, Ansari, comma, 24, 5 is for Uzaifa, comma, 27. So this is my dictionary now, right? Students underscore data. Now, if I write for key in for key comma value in students underscore data dot items, which we already have discussed, print key comma value. So this we already have discussed. Then I can write down for key in students underscore data dot keys. I'm going to print key. I'll get only keys, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I want values, I'll write down this. And if I want to count, I'll write down count is equals to 0 for key comma val in students underscore data dot items, open and close bracket. If value of 1 is less than 25, I'm going to count this plus or equals to 1, and I'm going to print the count. So how many students we have who satisfies this condition less than 25, 24 and 24, right? So it will check the value. Wherever this value is getting satisfied less than 25, it will count that. So we have 2 students who has value less than 25. And last, we'll see a while loop, which is just a basic thing, while loop. I'll start with 20. Total is equals to 0. And while start is less than 51, total plus equals to start plus equals to 1. And I'm going to print start. And I'm going to print the total. So starting 0, total is total variable we are defining which starts from 0. And I want to count this start from 20 and end at less than 51, which is nothing but 50. Right? So it will add 1 for your next iteration. So 20, then 21, up to what? Up to 50. Right? Why we are getting 51? Because we are adding this 1. So anyhow, the loop is going to traverse till 50. Start is equals to 50. But here, as you are adding this 1, so 51 will be the last, because you're adding 1, no? So 51 will be the last. And you'll get the summation as well, because this total, what it is doing is, for first iteration, total is 0, right? Start is 20. While start is less than 51, 20 is less than 51, true. So total plus equals to start. So in total variable, 20 will be added, right? Now start, it will increase by 1. So latest value of start will be 21. It will go to this loop while start is less than 51, 21 is less than 51. Yes, true. So total will be added. 21 value will be added to the total, which is 20 previously. So this time it will be 20 plus 21. Next iteration 22. 22 is less than 51. Total will be 20 plus 21 plus 22. So like that, it will add up to this point where the condition is getting satisfied. So it will be 20 plus 21 plus 22 up to 50. Right? So in short, you're getting sum from the numbers 20 to 21. Is it clear? This one? Yes or no?
Yes, people. Clear.
See, so while loop, how you can create is, let's write down this. I is equals to 1. While my I is less than 6, I'm going to print I value and I plus equals to 1. So I is 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5. Wherever this condition is getting satisfied, I is less than 6, it will add this value. So that's what we are doing no, over there. Can you see that? That's what we are doing. Only thing is we are just adding that numbers over there. Just I think I've stopped the sharing. No? Yes. Only thing is what we are doing is we are just adding that sum as well. If I don't write down total, then it will just simply give me the numbers. See, I'll remove this total now. I'll remove this total. So I'm only getting the numbers over there. Can you see this? Oh, I'm only getting the numbers, right? So this is a while loop. And last but not the least, I'll give you one more homework for you. You have to read about this break versus continue. Anyway, we are going to discuss this. So to understand this, I'll add one example and we'll stop here for the day. I is equals to 1 while I is less than 6. I'm going to print I. If I is equals to 3, I'm going to break this loop and I plus equals to 1. So this is a break and we have continue as well. I is equals to 1 while I is less than 6, print I. I should not write print I over here. Instead of that, I'll just iterate this I with 1. If I is equals to 3, instead of break, I'll write on continue. And I'll write on print over here so that you get this output. Right? Now you have to read about this. What is the difference between break versus continue? This is one of the homework that you have. I'll just write down. This is your day 3, 30, program 24. Loops and what you have. I'll quickly upload this on your drive. You can have a look at that. Notebook, no? Notebook, yes. If you have any questions, you can ask now. Just a minute, Aishwarya, I'll come back to your doubt. Let me upload this first on the drive. So today's day 4, not day 3, I think. 30th. I think I'll save this under the name of day 3, no? This should be day 4. So I'll just upload this. Okay. And I'm sharing the drive link on the chat. Anyway, you have this, I know, but you can still have this. You can bookmark this your drive link. Yeah, now coming towards your question, I tried to execute the below code in Colab. Set is equals to this, getting list 0, list 1. This is output, not the values. Okay. This is what your code is, right? What is your output? This is as output, not the values. You are trying to ask the range, no? Range. This one only, no? So instead of this, what you have written is set is equals to this, and for x in range, length of set. Length of set. Hmm. Can you try this one more time because I'm getting this output? So I'll just share this on the chat. Anyway, here we are just traversing through a list, not set, which we have defined. So you should get output for that. But if you write set of x, then you're not getting the output. Because set you cannot access by index. Right? Okay, apart from this, if you have any questions, you can ask. Can you explain f strings in Python? I saw they are easier and more readable like this. Yes, Murli, we are going to see that. It's very simple. Instead of that, we just write down f. That's all to get the output. We'll see that. See, this is known as f string, guys. So instead of we'll see this because this is not covered in this module. Module 1 and 2 are completed by, there are no assignments. Assignments, you can contact your coordinators or your support team because trainer is not aware about the assignments, whether you guys will get assignment after module 1 or 2, because we don't have that access, no? From our end, we can give some questions, we can give some assignments, but that I'll do it somewhat later, not now, right? See, anyway, I have given some questions for you as part of your homework, right? You do that, that is more than sufficient as of now. You have to read about this, break versus continue, and second is this. So I have given 2 questions, no? First of all, just revise this notebooks. That is sufficient, more than enough as of now. If you want assignments, you'll get it in future. Yeah, and one more thing, if you want official documentation of Python, you can go through that Python data structures and go to official documentation. Everything is explained over there. See, Python docs. Yeah, if you go to this documentation, everything is there over here. So you should explore this article as well, which will be a great help for you. All right, then I'll take silence as a no. I assume that
Um,
uh,
just sorry for interrupting people.
yeah.
Uh, Next session, I mean in next class, do we read list comprehension, functions as arguments,
Mhm.
those?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Debugging in Python. I was just go through the class contents in Zen portal.
Mm.
I'm asking from that one.
Yes, right, right. We'll see that.
File handling in next session, right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, all right. All right, then we'll stop here for the day. Thank you, everyone. Happy learning. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Vipul.